Hi, I'm back. I've been on vacation and now I'm back. So I just thought, why not start with the bigger project right after the vacation? And I'm currently working on the 3D Cubic Voxel Toolset that will provide content for our game that Jan, my buddy, will be programming the Vermillion game engine for. So let's talk a bit about what this 3D Cubic Voxel Toolset is or will be. Every time you have a game that is in multiple dimensions, most often you'll find games in 3D, there will be assets or 3D objects that have to be created by an artist or created by the engine itself. And how these objects work is quite simple actually. For example, if you have a cube that will be rendered in your game, usually, or the most common used way to represent this cube as data for the engine is that the cube will be divided into 12 triangles. Basically everything in the engine is usually out of triangles, and each point in the triangle has a location in three-dimensional space, and that this location will be written down in a document. For example, if this was 0, 1, 0, this probably is up, means 0, 2, 0, to the side 0, 2, 1, yeah. So now the engine knows when you write them down in a document, one after the other, like this, that this is a triangle, and it knows that the area between these 3 points will be rendered as a triangle. Now you can include the color of the triangle or the UV coordinates. That's a whole nother topic where you can render textures onto these triangles and so on and so forth. Maybe I'll show a project where I've done a render pipeline that really shows how this all works. Now, this is good because you can have every 3D object, even a circle or a ball rather, can be divided into triangles. There are a few ways to render a ball in with triangles. There's the icosahedric shape where you have a lot of triangles with same length sides that make up a ball, or there's the UV sphere where you can map, for example, the world as a texture more easily, where the triangles get flatter the more you get to the top, like this. So it's more like a cylindric shape with a head on top, but you get the idea. So because our game is made up of only cubes, this can be optimized. In this case, you need to know where every index or every indice is on each triangle, and also the order of the position in the triangle, so you know where the front face and the back face is, and that's also another whole discussion. But when everything is only created out of cubes, and each cube is basically the same, only the rotation and the size will differ. Everything you have to do is write down the location of the cube and the size of the cube. which is much compacter than having each point for each triangle in the document. So for example, this cube can be on position 1, 0, 1, 0, and that's it. This is all you have to know about this cube to render it. Everything else can be done in the engine itself. So we've thought about what we actually need, and I've done a Git repository for this project. And in the wiki, there's a page called Cubic Voxel Object File Format. This is basically the file that I want to save each individual 3D model that is made up of cubes, only cubes. And this is the structure that the document should have. In the first line, there should be the name of the mesh or the 3D model, then the dimensions, so we know how big and large the cubes are. For now, I've made this so that every cube in each model has the same dimensions. So if you want to create a character out of cubes, each cube in that character has the same size. Then there's a little bit of information about how many cubes, this is surface cubes, the object has, and surface cubes are if there is, for example, a bigger cube made out of small cubes. Like, let me draw this real quick. Like this. And like this. And this also. Then there's one cube behind these cubes that you can see. So this one will not be counted because it will not be rendered. Basically everything, every cube that has a surface area that you can see is counted as a cube. And then if the cubes have any coloring, very basic. And then the rows 2 to the amount of cubes that are in the object or in the mesh. And each cube will be defined by its coordinates. Then which face will be rendered and the color of the cube. By face, I mean if you have a cube that is aligned next to another cube, you don't need to render, for example, like this, and then there's another cube right here. I didn't need to draw this line and this line because they are basically merged together and you can't see them. So these two faces, these areas here, don't have to be rendered. And this is what I mean by which face is visible. And this will be further optimized in these format types. So the name is displayed as a string, the dimensions is a single float number, the cube amount is an integer 32 number, then if the object has color is just a boolean. The coordinates are 3 integers 16. Which face will be rendered is an unsigned char. This is basically a bitmap. And the colors are the color channels, so for red, green, and blue, and alpha, there's one unsigned char, because colors are from 0 to 255 in value, as well as the alpha value. So, this is what I've planned. I've not started the project yet. I've only done some planning and thinking. If I would describe this project to anyone, it would be Blender, but for only cubes and scuffed up. So this is what I'm gonna do. I will be posting devlogs about this project. I'm not sure how regularly, depends on how much I can really show or how much progress I'm making. But yeah, let's start this. Thank you for watching, and this video was a bit dry because I only explained what I'm about to do, but hopefully the next devlogs about this will be a bit more show and tell, and not only tell. I just wanted to make a quick introduction to our Discord server. This Discord server is already up and running, and Jan is already posting pictures about the engine and the advancements or the achievements he's got with the engine, and I'll probably also share pictures and stuff I'm currently working on the server. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to join the Discord server. The link is down in the description, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.